Welcome to Like Pigs in Space, an arts and culture podcast. I'm Aaron Mason.
And I'm Max Mason.
It is time to check in.
Yeah.
How was your week?
My week was good. It was my last week at my current job before starting my new job tomorrow. I guess
Nice.
it will have been a couple of days when this comes out.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
but yeah, and it was fine. It was a mostly fine week. We were supposed to have a new assistant branch manager starting
Okay.
this week, but all the previous week they were trying to get in contact with him and set things up because he was coming from like Virginia to work here. And they hadn't heard anything. He was just kind of silent. And then at like 4 a.m. on Monday, he emailed and was like, oh, there's some sort of family emergency. I can't show up. And then they're just like, well, we kind of have needs here. So they rescinded his offer completely.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, I mean, it's good to know that, like, as bad as I've ever been at a job, I've never been fired before getting it.
That's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, sad for coming from Virginia, but
Yeah.
I wonder. I always wonder about that. Like, you were there, you could have done the job,
Yeah.
but they went and hired somebody who doesn't show up.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, well.
maybe if it was a different branch with different people to report to, 'cause I would
yeah.
have wanted to work with some other people, and I can maybe say that now that I don't work there anymore.
Oh, good. Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I don't know, pretty unceremonious, the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's too bad because you've been there for a while.
Yeah.
So,
Everyone else was good about it. Just management was just kind of like, they didn't care really that I was leaving. There was other people in the bank who did care more, but my
Right.
direct supervisors did not really care.
wow. That's sad.
Yeah. But
Um,
it's okay. And I'm
Yeah.
happy to be starting something new.
Yeah. There's a bit, there's an excitement to that. And it's weird because I haven't started a new job in a long time.
Hmm. Yeah.
And,
When did you switch over to Hubble?
It was 2012.
2012. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
It's-
It's 14.
yeah, it's been 14 years. So,
That's crazy.
yeah, well, Ezra was small.
Mhm.
I was going to say you were still teenager at least, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I've gotten promotions, but I'm still just doing the same thing. So,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, different people reporting and all that stuff, but interesting to change.
Yeah. It was the longest job I've ever had, so
Yay.
interesting.
Now-
That was new for me.
Yeah. Now you'll do 10 years at this one.
Yeah.
It's surprising because how much people can jump around
Hmm.
to the point that if somebody is looking like 5 years, if you can stay with something for 5 years, then your resume is automatically more attractive,
Yeah.
which is kind of a weird thing that's the case.
Right.
And then there's, I think, a break that if you've been, well, no, I don't think there is. I was going to say if you've been someplace too long, but I don't think that's true.
Hmm.
Unless it's a really like maybe low end job. Like
Yeah,
if
maybe.
you'd been, but even that, I mean, there's some things to say for enjoying what you're doing.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess on and off, I was kind of at Albertsons for like 3 years or so because I would just go back to work there during college.
yeah,
And I don't think it's, seen as like a negative that I was at a kind of basic job for a long time. I mean,
No.
it was still kind of young.
yeah. When you're younger, it's one thing. I don't really think it is. I I think the more negative is if that you have a very prestigious job and then you're getting hired for trying to get hired for something much less responsible.
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
it's funny how detrimental being overqualified can be
Yeah.
to when you're like, I don't have a job, I just want one. I don't care if I'm overqualified because they want to see you stay around or something like that, or the
Hmm.
investment in hiring. And well, I hope that it is a good place. I hope that they're good people.
Yeah.
From what you've said, it sounds like a real job. So
Yeah.
it sounds like they're treating you with some respect
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff already. So that's neat to see.
I think it'll be
Good,
good. Everyone there has been really nice so far, so it'll be nice.
good deal.
Yeah. How was your week?
It was good. I did some wallpapering.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did the trim to go around the wallpaper,
Okay.
and so that's a little bit different. And I'm not very good at trim, so I think it's a shortcoming of the saw that I have
Hmm.
that it yeah, because it kind of, I think I'm getting the angles wrong. So
Okay.
and measuring wrong and everything's wrong. So there's lots of big gaps, and I'm I've finished, but I think I'm gonna have to go redo some sections.
Okay.
And I definitely did one part wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So so there's that.
Yeah. Is it just like on the ground or trim or the
No,
up and down the
around,
walls?
it's on the wall.
Okay.
It's around all the wallpaper I did in the kitchen.
Okay.
So it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. And what kills me is I did one cut because I had to fill in. I had to join two pieces, and I did a really great job with that one.
Hmm.
But everything else, I think I was maybe just delirious. So I'll figure it out. Sometimes I think I don't understand how trim's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Maybe.
maybe that's it. So, but I'll fix it. I can fix it. It just I glued it on and nailed it on, and so
Mm-hmm.
it's just gonna be messy. So,
Dang.
but I did fix the wallpaper, which I'm very happy about because it was all after I'd hung it. It had gaps in it where it started kind of shrinking back or moving,
Oh yeah.
and I was able to peel it off and put it up back on, and it looks really good right now.
Oh, good.
So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, good.
yeah. So do you know what I do or for a living? Do you know what my job is or what kind of?
I always think it's some sort of like import compliance.
Okay.
Um,
So the important part of that is the second word.
compliance.
Yeah. So what do you think compliance is?
Knowing all the all the rules for everything, how things are supposed to be
Yeah.
organized and shipped, and making sure that your company is doing that right.
Yeah. It doing it right. Yeah. It's kind of funny. So I get ads or I get offers
Mm-hmm.
for compliance jobs all the time that are not what I do.
Oh.
Because it's kind of a general job, and so they're all similar because you're making sure that the company or the product adheres to a certain set of rules.
Okay.
Mine happen to be government regulatory rules,
Mm-hmm.
is kind of a more general term. It started with trade, but then there's other rules that I also ensure that we are aware of and follow.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the question would be, eh, knowing what I do, do you think that aligns with my personality?
um I think in some way, because I think about how you like to maybe learn the rules of something so you know what you can do.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, good. I, I, I think asking that question was a bit dangerous
Uh huh.
because I hope that I portray what you just said, but I don't know if that's how I come across to everyone.
Hmm.
And it's probably best that I don't come across that way to everyone.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you understand that. So when it comes to, I always think it's kind of interesting because I feel like being a licensed broker, because that's one of my titles or appellations or
Hmm.
licenses that I have. I always
Yeah.
feel like that comes across as super rigid, but I also feel like I have inherited a legacy of the pirates of old because
Okay.
yeah, because they were what were they called? They were called profiteers. No, is that what they were? Privateer. Sorry. So um, they were called privateers, and they were
Hmm.
sailors given an official government license to attack enemy warships during wartime. Enemy ships during wartime.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's what pirates came from, were
Mm.
privateers, and which is kind of interesting that they were sanctioned by this or that government. So I guess the similar would be what's the guns for hire? I am coming up short.
Mercenaries.
Mercenary. Okay, there you go. So it'd be same as mercenaries being hired by some government to carry out some mission, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like I have some inheritance in my job as from privateers as much as
Yeah.
anything else. We're not as dramatic as that, but uh, we do have the distinction of also my job being written about by Herman Melville.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's Bartleby the Scribner is the
Hmm.
story that he wrote about this guy who worked in a customs house. And so I figure all the, Moby Dick and all the whaling and, sailors and stuff, the fact that he's writing about customs houses too,
Yeah.
I feel like I can claim that heritage.
Yeah.
Uh, it's also amazing. This isn't about that, but it's also amazing because that was written in like 1899 or something like that. And
Yeah.
it's amazing how similar it still is.
Right.
So not quite. They did everything by hand. So they talk about they'd have a meeting and sit around and read the four copies
Hmm.
to make sure all of the copies were exactly the same.
Oh, funny.
And so that was part of their task, is to make sure it was four verified exactly the same copies of the documentation.
Wow.
But the fact that they needed the documentation and the manifest and the consistent and everything had to be right
Hmm.
is still the way it is.
Yeah.
So and the fact that they still call cargo ships, the companies that run cargo ships, steamship lines.
Mm.
Like, they haven't run on steam in years without measure.
Yeah.
Uh,
So do you like interact with other brokers, or
oh yeah,
like your
yeah,
company has different brokers too, or you like?
right. So I am the contact that I used to reach out to,
Okay.
kind of thing. We didn't
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily work for Hubble, but I would I was the broker and
Hmm.
I'd reach out to the company. And now I'm the company and the broker reaches out to me.
Okay.
So I still, yeah, I know all of our brokers very well. do stuff with them. I'll meet up with them well, I see our ones in El Paso all the time.
Hmm.
But then there's a conference in September that's a customs conference, and
Okay.
our brokers will be there. So
Nice.
yeah, so it's good. So with all that rule keeping,
Yeah.
do you think that it is? Well, let's ask this in a couple. There's going to be a couple questions here,
Okay.
and it could be interpreted many different ways. So I guess the first question: Does are rules required? And when you're making art, does it have to follow certain rules to be art?
Um, I think generally I know, but I think there are a lot of rules that are maybe more ingrained in
Sure.
the art or in the just form in general
Okay.
that even if you don't know you're following the rule, you're still like participating in it.
Yeah, I can appreciate that because one of the things is there are and it's kind of there's like certain universal themes
Yeah. Or like
and
I think
yeah
with like music, you think of there's lots of musicians who are like, I never learned theory or how to learn sheet music, but they still write very like
yeah
key centered music. And
it's funny you bring that up because I saw this little clip of these two guys talking about time signatures, and then they were
Mhm.
talking about Tool,
Oh yeah.
and it was funny because the guys doing a very good job of doing like singing or mouth playing the Tool song, humming it,
Yeah.
and how obvious is that the key and the time the key change the not key change but the timing changes
Yeah.
just in like a few measures.
Hmm.
And they were joking around because one of the guys like, yeah, I always think if Tool had even heard of Blink 182, and they're like, yeah, we've heard of them. I think that song was in Blink 182. That's a time signature we use.
Right.
It's like that's funny. That's
Yeah.
really that sounds. Oh yeah, I think we did that on this album.
Right.
So yeah, that was funny, and it wasn't too hard to give evidence that it was true.
Right.
It's like, what is that in? He goes like 713. Like, what's 713?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very funny. But okay, so I would agree. I don't think there's necessarily rules, but they're kind of you end up falling into some rules. I think the rule of art is that you're expressing something.
Yeah.
That's probably where I'd I'd start limiting the rules right there.
Hmm.
Do you think that if your art is breaking the law, does that devalue the art or does it increase the value of the art?
Um, I would think it increases the value. Like, I guess it depends on the law being broken, but like, there's a
Yeah.
lot of art that is probably breaking some laws that are just maybe archaic or
Yeah.
something like that. I think I think it would.
So I always have this I guess as a debate, and this is some of what I am trying to address is there's a lot of expression
Hmm.
that by expressing it somebody gets in trouble,
Yeah.
and I kind of try and think about where the line is, and I think that's part of my compliance stuff too, is understanding where a line is,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's not necessarily that I want to push up against that line. It's just knowing where it is helps you kind of plan around it. But then there's a lot of people that know where the line is and their goal is just beyond that
Hmm.
too. And I think in a lot of efforts, even a lot of my efforts for the art that I feel I'm most involved in, I do want to go beyond an expected line at
Hmm.
times. I feel like I stop short of, personally, would stop short of causing others pain.
Yeah.
Uh, that's because you have all the superhero or whatnot shows where the villain is expressing their art by killing off the city.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's art. I think that's just a psychopath. Uh,
Yeah. I think I kind of think of like I think one time I was bored at work, so I was reading things about like some performance artists, and they have
yeah,
a lot of things that kind of, toe the line or
yeah,
introduce a lot of danger.
and that's what I'm kind of wondering is when you are doing something that pushes the limits of legality,
Hmm.
what's the difference? What's the difference between art and vandalism? And is it where you're standing?
Hmm.
What I don't
Like
know. What do you think is
if
the
you're the
difference?
the vandal or the vandalized.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wonder some because like with graffiti and stuff, it never I never think anything of it, and usually I enjoy that it's there.
Yeah.
Um, but then people like there's a lot of graffiti in Portland, and people talk about how dirty and gross it looks. And it's like I just don't feel any of that, but I also don't own any of the things that are
Yeah.
being graffitied.
Yeah, I remember, and that is part of what I want to address is graffiti and similar. I remember when we had, like in Tempe, we had alleys,
Uh huh.
and we were always told to paint over tags as quickly as possible,
Hmm.
because that's an effort to establish a territory, and if you eliminate that, then you're helping eliminate crime to a degree, not necessarily the crime of tagging, but the crime that could happen because somebody's claimed your area as a territory.
Okay. Yeah.
So uh, I understand. I don't know if I ever made an effort to cover up a tag. I I also understand that it can. It's interesting because there is a, depending on the country
Hmm.
and area, there's a level of quality to what you would consider graffiti that
Yeah.
is not consistent worldwide. Although there are many similarities that in a lot of areas. So graffiti itself,
Yeah.
um, would you consider it public art or vandalism?
I think more public art.
How long do you think people have been doing what could be considered graffiti or tagging?
Probably like forever. Close to forever.
So I would argue that the oldest evidence of such activities is probably the oldest evidence of human art, which
Oh,
is
like the
some
cave
that
drawings.
yeah, the cave drawings in France or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, because it's just on a wall,
Right.
right? Uh, as I was researching it, there is, go back to Roman times. There's evidences of soldiers carving their names into the stones of different temples.
Hmm.
Uh, and I think there's even some evidence of like so and so was here type of
Oh yeah.
stuff by just workers
Hmm.
in Roman times or whatever. There's a famous I guess George Washington was a surveyor,
Okay.
and there's some national park or something that he tagged.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So even our first president of the United States was like George was here.
Yeah. Nice.
And then I think every house we've lived in since Veronica could write has been tagged with poo. The word, not necessarily
Yeah.
the. So and what makes it change from vandalism to art? I wonder.
Yeah.
Because like in New York,
Right.
so they give a time period of mid '60s to the modern graffiti era,
Okay.
and there's a couple of folks that are credited. One of them is Cornbread,
Okay.
and he was in Philadelphia. And the other one is Taki 183, so Taki, like
Okay.
Takis, but Taki, which was his nickname and street number.
Hmm.
So he's maybe on 183rd.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
those were both mid '60s, mid to late '60s
Yeah.
was when those were around.
That's fine. It doesn't sound like a name someone would have in that time. Like cornbread seems like a very nowadays nickname somebody would get, but
Right, right, exactly. Let's see, where's another one? But it says in ancient times, yeah, and then some major figures, of course, are those guys, and Banksy
oh
is
yeah.
probably the modern one. And there's a big difference. When I have a long history of being around graffiti, I guess
Mhm.
is how I can put it. I'm terrible at it myself, although
Uh,
I wish I was better.
uh-huh.
Uh, just so you know, my slant on everything to reveal, I am highly in favor of graffiti.
Yeah.
I only wish for people to just be good at it.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, tagging's fine. Everybody wants to be known to be that they exist. It's probably an unpopular opinion. There are levels of it that I don't appreciate, and I try and this is probably where the biggest discussion is where is the line? What is the thing that creates an issue? And so, and does the message matter? And does the intent matter? And does so
Hmm.
for one, I think about the protest groups that threw paint at the Mona Lisa.
Right.
They weren't ever going to damage it, but they thought they were.
Yeah.
Uh, is that is that a, is that a good use of their time and effort?
Hmm.
Uh, is destroying other people's art allowed, or should it be allowed? I kind of think that, and what is other people's art? So there's all these questions, right? And that's where
Yeah.
it's very morally ambiguous to to come down. So
Right.
I
I think I've
figure,
seen
yeah,
groups like that throw paint on like, you know, billionaires' jets. And it's like, I
yeah,
think that's a better use of your paint there.
yeah,
More
yeah,
of an inconvenience than like art that is
yeah,
probably going to be well protected.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And then you have people like invading forces, destroying ancient statues in the country that they're
Yeah.
invading. I think that's blaming. That's just defensive.
Yeah.
That's but I think painting up a freight train
Right.
or a New York City subway or a warehouse wall or something like that, I don't think is terribly egregious.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen our engagement photos that Chloe and I took? We took them
Yeah.
at the wreckage of the Teton Dam
Oh, okay.
where they still have their spillway.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's like a 15-foot wall and a couple 100 yards long.
Yeah.
Just maybe probably like half a mile or so long, just completely tagged up the whole way down.
Oh, fun.
And that's where we took our photos.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can change perceptions, right?
Yeah.
We went to, there's a area in Atlanta that the whole street, there's a tunnel that goes, that's completely tagged and painted and everything. And you keep following that, and there's a whole like walkway or park or something that's all under a bridge, tagged up, painted.
Yeah.
It's kind of expected. I think that's great. I think there's a neighborhood in Phoenix that has given over all of their alleyways to graffiti.
Oh, wow.
On purpose, and they have art, like art events in that neighborhood. And alleys are ugly.
Yeah.
At least enjoy it, but I can understand if somebody's painted something that you don't particularly appreciate.
Yeah.
It could be, but that's where you have to balance what you find is how you allow for the different artwork. And I always appreciate those that can appreciate art even if it's not the art that they like.
Yeah.
And I think that's a real skill, is to recognize that there's talent even if you don't particularly like the output of that talent.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder if that is part of why I immediately liked Portland a lot.
Yeah.
Because like the first time through here, I immediately felt like very welcomed, and it was maybe like 6 months or so after a lot of the like Black Lives Matter protests had kind of seceded or calmed down a little bit. And I remember parking someplace and seeing, it's not like the greatest graffiti ever, but somebody wrote like, someone wrote, cops drink piss, but not in a cool way.
Yeah, it's
and I came home and told people I work with about that, and it's like that was a highlight for me. That was a good moment.
Yeah, that was I appreciate people who are able to. So that's another thing. I think that it is some of the most unselfish art around, because that person has just been super clever and gets no credit for it.
Yeah.
At least not now. They may be just living in pleasure, knowing that they've said something funny and left it out for the world.
Right.
But that's the hard thing about giving away your art. That's a whole different side of it. So I kind of want to go through a list here and get your opinions on art or not.
Okay.
And what the limits are, and under the guise or under the umbrella of public art.
Okay.
Right? So we kind of talked about, and all of these I think could be labeled negatively, but just to get your feelings about them. So we started with graffiti.
Yeah.
So then the next one would be somebody like Banksy.
Right.
So what's your feelings, impressions, or otherwise about what they do?
I like it. I think it's interesting and has some talent behind what they're doing, and some intention.
I think they're very message forward.
Yeah.
It also speaks to, I feel like it speaks to some of the Eastern Bloc aesthetic, and some of the ideas or the graffiti that was prevalent in maybe communist propaganda, because it's very stark and uses color infrequently, but as an accent. And it's kind of funny because his messages are an undoing of all of that
Yeah.
in many ways, an undoing of all, and not that there's anything wrong with communism, but there is a lot wrong with oppression
Yeah.
under the, I mean, oppression of anybody under the guise of any form of government, whether it's democracy or communism or socialism. If your way to that form of government is oppression of the people, it's
Yeah.
probably not a good idea.
Right.
So, okay, what about something like a flash mob?
um I don't know. It feels more like a performance
Okay,
when, but I guess it could be, I guess performances are artful.
I guess performance is art.
um
Do you think it's a viable form of public art?
sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I just haven't seen many very like impressive flash mobs or
Yeah.
anything. They all seem kind of a little cheesy.
I've seen some that are impressive, but they seem very planned to look impressive.
Uh-huh.
And that everybody's in on it and knows that the others are in on it.
Yeah.
And that's just more of a staged event. But yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think a flash mob ever really happened? A genuine one? Or is it just an urban legend?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe there's something, but
Maybe. They don't exist.
None of the ones I've seen.
What about like prank shows type of things where they're, hidden camera type of prank shows?
I think it's like artful.
Yeah. Is it artful
Yeah.
or just hurtful?
I do think there are good ways to do pranks that are funny, and maybe that, I think if they put the pranker as the one looking stupid, that's the better
Yeah.
idea. But I think that's something like, I like that more than just like annoying some random person.
I think you just hit on something that I hadn't thought of. There's a group that there's a show that I watch every now and then, called Impractical Jokers.
Oh yeah.
I think I might enjoy it because of just what you said, is that they're trying to hurt each other.
Yeah. Right.
And while there are people who are not in on the joke, as involved, that may be inconvenienced, it's really about humiliating their friends.
Right.
And so I think maybe that's better than what was the other one called?
The punked.
Punked.
Yeah.
Punked seemed to have an edge to it where it might hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your mom hates prank shows with a passion.
Yeah.
Because she is too empathetic. I don't want to say too. She's very empathetic.
Yeah.
So it always hurts her to watch them.
Yeah. There's I think of there's a I think you should leave sketch where he's like doing a prank show and he's all in this like old man costume and he's just like freaking out because it's too hot.
Yeah.
But the camera crew is like, go mess with that person's food. It's like, what does that do for the greater good?
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. I have a debate about, I don't want to make anybody's, I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I've doesn't mean I've never hurt.
Right.
I always, yeah, because you can do enough damage without even trying to. Why add to it? Okay, so what about? And this one's controversial. That I didn't know it was controversial until somebody put up some post about. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And so, stacking rocks.
Yeah, I think I've seen people say weird stuff about it. Like, I would still do it all the time though.
Yeah, I was amazed. Uh, and I understand. And so I do try and limit my rock stacking to areas where those rocks were not there to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So there, one of the places we saw somebody, and this is what got me into it. I'll just to go on a tangent.
Yeah.
We were in San Diego years ago,
Okay.
and there is an area on, I think on Coronado Bay or something, that there was some shops, and we were there, went to lunch there, and we were walking around, and there was a lot of performers, street performers. So there was
Hmm.
one guy painted up that would just free, like, held their pose
Yeah.
until somebody came by, and then they changed their pose and freak him out. But there was a walkway that went and a low wall right up against the water, and then over that wall was just a slope that was just tons of rocks
Hmm.
to keep the tide, so
Oh
they were
yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to push the walkway as far as they could go. And there was some guy, and he had his, like, a hat or whatever, but he was out there balancing rocks on that
Just on
slope,
that.
on that
Yeah.
slope there. And that's the first guy I saw really. That's where I first became aware
Uh-huh.
and tried to replicate. And they were very good.
Hmm.
And I think I've accomplished. I feel accomplished in that arena.
Yeah.
I can even, in case, not that this is where we're going, but I guess we're going here. In case you were wondering about stacking rocks, there is a point at which the weight matters,
Yeah.
and to some degree, the heavier the rock, the easier it is to stack to a point.
Right.
Which that point is how heavy a rock you can lift. I feel accomplished because I can do small stones and
Hmm.
still stack them in interesting ways. And I feel that that is a ultimate balance achievement.
Yeah.
To balance light stuff, because gravity is heavy, and
Yeah.
gravity and the forces of air movement can mess with lighter stuff. And so there's my take
Yeah.
on stacking rocks.
Yeah. There was a pretty good one on like the street over. There's an apartment, and somebody on the first floor always has their window a little open, and their cat sits in there.
Yeah.
It has like a little sign saying that you can say hi and whatever. But somebody made a little stack of rocks on the window ledge there that was like 7 or 8 rocks, but was probably
Nice.
less than 6 inches tall. And yeah, I think things like even just like the heating or like the air conditioning of the building could probably mess with that, and it was
Yeah.
standing pretty well. I don't know how long it'd been there, but it wasn't moving when we went by. And
Yeah, that's impressive. There's other next level rock stacking that I have not yet gotten to,
mhm.
mostly because I don't have a ready pit of rocks to the level of what I'd need.
Yeah.
But there are folks that use the principle of the keystone and making arches and do like
Oh yeah.
full rounds, full circles of stacked rocks and stuff like that, which is
Crazy.
super impressive.
Yeah.
So there,
Yeah.
I still have accomplishments to make.
Yeah. I like it. But I do think about like the not that I really like totally agree with a lot of the negative or like the
Right.
arguments against it. But
Yeah.
like I think about it sometimes even if I'm picking up a rock to skip,
Yeah.
it's like I wonder if this is wrong too, but I also just really want to skip a rock.
I think that I don't have proof of it, but I think certain areas uh, feel differently about their rocks.
Hmm.
And I, not for certain, but I think that to the point where when I was leaving India, they might have opened my bag and taken rocks out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I could have just left them there too. I'm not really certain.
Mm-hmm.
But I was packing. It was late, so it could have been a mistake on my part, but I found a couple of cool ones, and I think they may have been kept. And I know that different states have different rules.
Yeah.
Uh, Wisconsin, you can't collect rocks,
Hmm.
which only mattered because I was driving through Wisconsin on my way to Michigan, and Michigan doesn't give a flying care if you collect rocks. In fact, they're pretty dang proud of their rocks. They have
Yeah.
I think it's a 25 pounds per year
Hmm.
or something that you can just have,
Yeah. Fun.
or something crazy like that. Uh, so that's fun.
Yeah.
So in all of that, do you think that all of this public art and especially that's a little bit more permanent? Another one I was thinking of was the obelisks that popped up.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of those?
I I like them.
Okay.
I've always kind of liked, well, not always. I've started to really like monoliths probably after
monoliths.
watching the Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Um
Cool.
but I think they're interesting, and I think they're, I like how austere they are, kind of overbearing they feel like. And
Yeah, that's an interesting take on it. That the austerity is where the value is. I think that is. I think I would agree with that, and it also creates a level of mystery.
yeah.
It's maybe it's conditioned in our subconscious because of things like Stonehenge or the pyramids that we think uh, monumental figures or monoliths such as that
Hmm.
are maybe even unknowable in why they exist.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that like, oh, look what appeared. We don't know what this is. Who put this here? And that it was so far out in the boonies
Yeah.
and just randomly sitting there and waiting for somebody to find it. And then somebody finds it, posts about it, and it disappears.
Yeah.
But
I always thought like the Georgia Guidestones were kind of interesting too.
yeah, yeah,
And like I know they had some, I think they had some questionable ties about who made them, even though it was kind of unknown.
yeah, it ended up
Um
being pretty.
and a little eugenicsy, but um I thought they were like, yeah, the mystery of it was
Sure.
interesting. And
I don't know if it still exists, but when I lived in Oregon,
hmm
there was a replica of Stonehenge.
there is I don't know if there's one actually in Oregon, but
Or close
just
to.
over into Washington, if you're heading to Yakima, there's a replica there.
Okay. Have you been to it?
Hmm. Yeah, Chloe and I stopped by there one time.
Goldendale?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go there a lot for some reason.
Hmm.
Yep, that's the one. It's hanging over kind of over the river
Yeah.
and it's full as if it still existed.
Right. Yeah. As if it, nothing fell over.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know what it's made of.
Trying to remember. I think it
But
felt like concrete, but
well, here's
I don't
what's
remember.
funny. This is not a new it's almost its own historic thing.
Uh huh.
It says it was dedicated in 1918 and completed in 1929.
Jeez.
I didn't realize
I
it
didn't
was
know it
that
was
old.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a memorial to heroism and peace overlooking the Columbia River Gorge.
Hmm.
Uh, and it's a popular site for summer solstice gatherings. I think we need to come for a summer solstice gathering at Stonehenge.
Yeah. That'd be
Uh,
cool.
let's see. It's a full-scale concrete replica.
Okay.
That's really funny. That it's that old.
Yeah. I didn't think it'd be that old. I do remember there's a lot of like military
Yeah.
dedications around it, but like
Yeah.
that could be from any time.
So, in the vein of public art and all of this, what else do you think? Are there any other things that constitute public art that might not be traditionally thought of as that?
I think we kind of talked about it a little bit, but like street performers,
Okay.
maybe not so much flash mobs, but just
Yeah,
like
but
individuals.
okay.
Um, I was thinking, I think the word that kind of came to mind when talking about all this was things that are disruptions
Yeah.
to
Okay.
normal everyday life. Like if you're walking around in the woods or something, you're not going to expect to see a stack of rocks, but
Yeah.
that kind of disrupts your hike there. That's out of the ordinary.
And is there value in disruption?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what most art has to be, because it's not just gonna. A lot of it isn't just gonna be there in front of you all the time.
Yeah. So I was having a thought as we were talking about this, and I am going to propose a theory that in the pantheon of public art, and even including the definition or the criteria of disruption, I
Hmm.
would say that public parks should be considered public art
Hmm. Yeah.
because they are a disruption. Now, it's a very tranquil and peaceful disruption, but it is a disruption of a neighborhood, of a expectation. And if
Yeah.
you ever get to go to New York City and go to Central Park, it's shocking that it's there
Hmm. Yeah.
because it's a full disruption of a massive city.
Yeah. We were talking about that at work one time, not like Central Park, but how I've one of my coworkers was like looking around on the map, and a lot of time he's like, oh, I didn't know there was a park here.
Yeah.
Is usually the reaction to finding a new park.
We in Tempe,
Yeah.
every square mile of the city is required to have a park.
Right.
And so we always, and that's maybe, at least I think the only exception might be the industrial park areas, but
Hmm.
they're just a small part. But because of that, we would just assume there was a park in a neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
And we just like, well, here, let's just turn to this neighborhood. I'm sure we'll run into a park. And we did, which is kind of a weird thing, right?
Yeah.
To to have, it's funny what you get used to, but there is an expectation that there will be a park in this neighborhood.
Right.
And the fun is just, what kind of park is it? What features do they have? And we would
Yeah.
even get to the point where we'd try out, like, hey, we haven't been to this park yet. Let's see what it has.
Right.
I think that's kind of a funny thing. And it used to be, and some of them have gone away, but it used to be a school and a park in every neighborhood.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Thinking about the ones I can remember, they were always all attached to schools. And
yeah. Yeah. Most of them were. The What's kind of sad is when I was growing up at rural and southern,
uh-huh.
you know where that, I think it's a Fry's now.
Yeah.
That was a park.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was the district offices and a school and soccer fields and everything.
Oh
That whole area where the store is was
yeah.
all part of a uh, and the district offices are still there,
Right. Yeah.
but there's a lot more.
Funny.
So that was kind of funny. Well, cool. So my theory is, well, I already said I always appreciate seeing graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
When I was living in Tucson, when I was younger at the junior high school, there where the basketball courts are outside. You know how Tucson has rolling hills,
Yeah.
so that building is built on the top of what was a hill,
Okay.
and then there's a huge 2-story wall, and then the basketball courts are on basically the basement level, even though there's not a basement level.
Yeah.
There's not a basement to that building. It's just was on a
Just it
hill,
just
and they
drops.
just cut it off straight, and then they put basketball courts there.
Yeah.
We came to school one day, and the whole wall was painted with graffiti.
Hmm.
And I'm like, oh, and it was great. It was a really good piece.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's still there
Wow.
because it said something like it said something like believe or beauty, or it had some just nice word.
Mm-hmm.
And the principal said, you know what? We're going to keep it.
Nice.
And I'm not certain, but I think it might still be there
Yeah.
because they maintained it for years.
Nice.
And it is really aligned with the identity of Tucson as well. So
Right.
I think that's neat. And so that was, so I have a history of, especially since I was living in Arizona, which it's not like the graffiti capital of the world, or wasn't at the time,
Yeah.
but Tucson. So that was the exposure. And then I took a class, one of my English classes, my desk mate uh, was a really good artist, in particular graffiti art. And so I got exposed to a lot of that culture, meaning there's certain, like, I think it's Ralph Bakshi who
Okay.
did, I think it's a movie called Wizards. He did some stuff on Lord of the Rings too, on
Okay.
one of the animated Lord of the Rings, and a movie called Heavy Metal
Hmm.
that was animated stuff. He is pretty famous in that his characters were used in a lot of the old graffiti.
Okay.
And so I got kind of, okay, here's the characters, here's how the culture is. Oh, we're doing an event this weekend. Somebody's donated a wall. Oh, there's a
Oh.
shop opening up. There's a clothing shop called the Graffiti Shop, and you
Hmm.
could they're inviting all these graffiti artists to paint ceiling tiles,
Oh,
like
cool.
the acoustic tiles,
Right.
and he got to paint an acoustic tile, and I went in there and did my signature. And like, I like it. I've always been wanting to be involved in graffiti somehow.
Yeah.
And then I gave art supplies to Taylor,
Yeah.
and Taylor is a graffiti artist for all intents and purposes. He's a little bit more than that, but he does murals.
Right. Yeah.
And he does other stuff too, but he does murals. And so I feel a great deal of satisfaction to be able to say that this is what he claims, is that I started him off.
Oh, really?
And I just said, here's a canvas, here's some paints, this is how you use them. That's all I did. But
Wow.
he gives that the credit of the seed that started him. So I gave birth to a graffiti artist,
Yeah.
a graffiti artist's career.
Yeah.
And so I feel very lucky with
Yeah.
having that connection. So I think it's great. I know that many people consider it as vandalism. I
Yeah.
can't bring myself to consider it vandalism. Might not be a popular opinion. We'll see what happens if somebody comes and tags our house. I
Hopefully they
think,
do a good job at least.
yeah, it's like, hey, here's my address. If you want to do my full wall in a piece, just do a good job.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it for free, I've got a shipping container. You can hit that too.
That'd be cool.
Go for it. I'd be happy. I am tempted to have Taylor have an event here.
Oh, yeah.
Just, hey, do it up.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go.
That'd be cool.
To your heart's delight. I basically try and get my whole thing painted for free.
Yeah.
That's probably underhanded, right?
Right.
But no, I'd love it. I would love it. So
You can just provide sodas or something and
yeah,
your contribution.
yeah, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I would be fully supportive of that, and that I think there's a lot of value in it. So
Yeah. I
so
agree.
my call to action is go and find beauty in the art that's around you, and that art may be graffiti, that art may be something that you consider vandalism, see if it's got worth
Yeah.
before you judge it. Because I think that there's a lot of value because obviously somebody went to the effort to knowingly break the law, knowingly trespass,
Hmm.
and knowingly give of their art without compensation. And
Right.
I think there's a lot of value in that. And that's, you know, and regardless of my profession,
Hmm.
my rule abiding in my profession, I feel like that is it's one of those laws that shouldn't be a law. So
Yeah.
I've got a whole list. I could be very unpopular.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
uh,
Awesome.
yeah,
That's cool. I agree. I really like the graffiti, and I hope to someday have a wall people can graffiti on. And
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I should have more graffiti on my stuff, as many as people as I have access to that I
yeah,
could. So
yeah.
it's just an invitation. Maybe when it's not summer anymore. But
I've seen some clips. I haven't didn't watch too much of them, of like people in Portland kind of documenting, late night activities here, and
yeah,
some graffiti artists go to like really uh extremes to
yeah,
get their art done. Like this one guy I saw was like full on tied a rope around a bridge and was like swinging down to another part of it just to tag this one leg of a bridge.
yep.
And it's like, it's impressive. And
So in learning about graffiti artists, the speed at which they do the art is also impressive
yeah.
because they have timed it and they can do a full train car in something under a minute.
Wow.
It's like they're like
Yeah.
it had to be no more than 2 minutes that they did this piece based on, the guard was there now, the guard was there then. It had to be no more than 2 minutes they had to make that piece of art. And
Yeah.
it's a full train
That's
all
crazy.
all decked out. So
Yeah.
that's just the speed at which they can do a piece is just amazing. So the I think that speaks to the attraction for me is the urgency, and it's kind of like a stand-up comic who can address
Mm,
something that's happened immediately.
right.
Graffiti artists can express the emotion they're having right then,
Yeah.
and have good art available immediately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's really cool.
so there's my argument for.
Yeah.
if
Awesome.
if you feel to the contrary, please leave your comments below, and we'll be glad to have an intelligent discussion about what how you feel.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Well, good. I appreciate your time. This again has been Like Pigs in Space, an arts and culture podcast, and this has been Aaron Mason.
And this is Max Mason.
And thanks for joining.
See ya.
See ya.